This is Edna Keep speaking to you from beautiful Regina, Saskatchewan. And any of you that know me know that one of my favorite books was by Robert Kiyosaki, Why A Students Work for C Students and Why B Students Work for the Government. So I read a really interesting article the other day, and it was called 10 Reasons Why C Students Are More Successful After Graduation. I'd love to share that with you if you stick around. During the rise of our industrial age, big corporations needed workers for their factories. The purpose of the academic system was to create obedient and compliant workers who never asked questions. There were already plenty of scholars at the time. Thus, the creation of the standardized test. Our academic system itself became a factory to standardize all the rising students to ensure they fit the desired mold. If the student failed the test, they'd be held back another year to try again. Despite the fact that our world has dramatically changed since the 1800s, our school systems are structured in the same way. Despite the fact that many of us can connect to the internet, there are 10,000 teachers giving the same lecture on any given day across the country. The internet has changed the world. If you want to learn something, you don't need to get an encyclopedia anymore. You go to Wikipedia, YouTube, or millions of other places online. There are tens and tens of thousands of programs that teach people how to learn things effectively at optimum speeds. The world is moving to an entrepreneurial and innovation-driven economy. It's projected by 2020 over 1 billion people will be working from home. In the future work, less people will work for one company as generalists and instead will work for multiple companies as specialists. The world doesn't need obedient and compliant factory workers anymore. The world needs artists, creatives, hackers, innovators. We're done with the apathetically living out our lives in school and at our 9-to-5 jobs. We're sick of it. We're done with it. And the best part, the new economy wants it as well. So with this backdrop, we can now examine why C students are generally better off than their A or B counterparts. C students in this article are defined as creative students, focusing more on their approach than their actual grades. A and B students are defined as the unquestioned status quo. They question the validity of the academic system. C students are not sold on that system. They're not sold on the factory approach. They see a great deal of good coming from it, but they don't worship the system. They see its flaws. Furthermore, they know that learning can occur in different ways than the system presents, and that learning can happen entirely outside of the system. Thus, academia is only one approach to learning for C students. These students aren't afraid to challenge the status quo. Even if it's uncomfortable to stand out, it's less uncomfortable than moving forward in the wrong direction. They are not submissive followers. C students think for themselves. They don't walk between the lines without first questioning why those lines exist. Rather than having someone else tell them how to live their lives, C students come up with their own agendas. They zig when everyone else zags. They're not trying to please and impress their superiors. C students don't spend enormous amounts of time and energy trying to impress other people. They respect and love their teachers, but they don't worship them and obey every request. They don't see their teachers as the guardian angels of their success, and they don't depend on references on their resumes anymore. They realize in today's world their work speaks for itself. It's online for everyone to see. They have bigger things to worry about. Ironically, if you're obsessed with your grades, you're not thinking enough about your future. People who get C's are more strategic about how they spend their time. While their classmates are putting tons of energy into an arbitrary indicator, C students are actually pursuing their dreams. They aren't waiting until after school to start living. They have their own definition of success. A and B students seek security externally in the form of good grades. C students know security can only be experienced internally. They know who they are. No external standard of success will ever be compared to their own self-awareness and acceptance. They've defined success for themselves. They don't care what the masses are competing for. C students chart their own paths. They know how to leverage other people's abilities. While A and B students try to do it all themselves, C students build an army around them of talented people who compensate for their weaknesses. Like Henry Ford, they aren't afraid to admit they don't know it all. On one occasion, Ford was being harassed for not being intelligent. In response to an offensive line of questioning, he pointed his finger at the questioning lawyer and replied, "Let me remind you that I have a row of electric push buttons on my desk, and by pushing the right button, I can summon to my aid men who can answer any question I desire to ask concerning the business to which I'm devoting most of my efforts. Now, will you kindly tell me why I should clutter up my mind with general knowledge for the purpose of being able to answer questions when I have men around me who can supply any knowledge I require?" That's a fabulous quote. They prefer self-directed learning. C students love learning. They just prefer to dictate the direction of their own learning. They don't want someone else to tell them how to think. They prefer to explore and discover for themselves, to study what they're naturally drawn to. They don't try to force things, but instead lean into their passions. They're not perfectionists. Done is better than perfect. C students understand and live by this. They focus on results and getting stuff done. They know that perfectionism leads to procrastination. They prefer to jump right in and learn through their mistakes, through what the market tells them. This is why so many successful entrepreneurs struggled in school. They understand that failure is a beautiful teacher, even though many of them got kicked out of school for failing. They don't waste energy thoughtlessly. C students understand this. Their goal is learning. Anything beyond that's wasteful. The energy cost to go from an A- to an A is generally far greater than the actual learning outcome. Thus, it's often wasted energy. C students don't put more energy into things they need to. They are efficient, effective, and focused. And they're dreamers. While the A and B students are listening carefully to understand what will be on the test, the C students are looking out the window at the clouds and beautiful landscapes. They've already gathered the gist of the lecture. Consequently, they've freed up several hours each day to dream of a better world. They're thinking about the big things they'll do in life. They're working out important problems in their minds. You think they're jotting notes from the lecture? Wrong. They're detailing their own ideas and plans. And when they get home, they'll do their homework, but the majority of their time will be with friends and working towards their dreams. So hopefully that was a good tip for you. If you're that type of person, bravo. A and B students, go ahead and try something different. It may work better for you. And if you got value from my tip, please like, comment, and share. And if you'd like to know more about some of these type of tips, please go to my website at multipleways2wealth.com and sign up to get these on a regular basis. Bye for now.